Hey, what's good, Dream Team? It's your boy Dizzy Dream. We're back again with another video. Alright, so today we got another reaction quiz we're about to react to. It's 3 horror stories animated compilation of September part 1. Now, I'm gonna make a separate video of some of y'all requests I won't be able to do, and I'm gonna make a separate video about it because I'm gonna talk about it for a minute. I'm gonna tell you why I can't do it and why I'm prevented to do some of you guys' reactions, okay? So I'm not gonna leave y'all in the dark because I know some of y'all been wondering why I haven't reacted to some of you guys' videos, and I'm finna let you know in a separate video because y'all gotta understand this. Like, yeah, it's a big deal why I can't react to your videos, and I'm gonna tell you why in a separate video, okay? So so we got some 3 horror stories from September. So bro has been doing his thing. Like, I've been seeing a lot of his videos on Twitter. I've been seeing all over Instagram. Like, bro is out here, bro. And these stories, everybody knows I love my horror stories. So let's go ahead and see what happened in these stories. But before you do, make sure you smash the like button. Make sure you subscribe to both more lit content if you know. And without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into this video, guy. Don't laugh at me. I almost kidnapped by what? Almost.
I'm 24.
I almost kidnapped. Wait, what do you mean you almost got kidnapped?
When I was 19. I was conducting an online transaction on a site called Aux, which is similar to Craigslist.
Oh.
It's an online app where you can see items being sold by random strangers, and all you have to do is make a call and meet up. I was looking for a cheap sweater for my trip to Japan the following week.
Bro. I don't trust
After
anything I have to meet up with you, bro.
I came across an ad with exactly what I was looking for. A Korean-style female fur sweater for just 300 pesos, about $6. It was perfect.
Nice looking sweater,
I had issue with it. The meetup point was at the LRT train station at 8 p.m. because the seller was too busy at work. I decided, what the heck? It's a public place anyway.
At night, though?
I called the owner and we had a quick convo.
Bro.
He sounded like a strict guy, but I asked him when we could meet up. He responded, tonight at 8 p.m. sharp. I said sure.
Oh my lord.
But this recklessness of mine is what I regret the most. I arrived at the meeting place at 7:58 p.m. It was really empty, and I was sure I was the only person in the station. It was a cold night in November.
Then make sure you go right back home.
I eagerly awaited warming myself with my coat. Honestly, I'm the kind of girl who's comfortable wearing a sweater even when it's hot.
Girl,
I was sitting on a bench
I
when
can't
the
talk.
clock
I wear
ticked 8
long
o'clock,
sleeves in the hot sun.
when suddenly someone covered half of my face with a scarf with a really strange scent. I fell unconscious. As I woke up, I found myself in a van with 4 guys, my wrists handcuffed behind my back.
Gosh.
I asked the man what they wanted and to please let me go. Tears began to fall from my eyes. But then, one of the guys touched my face and said, "It's our first time ever tasting a beautiful girl like you."
Oh my
I kept on crying and
gosh.
shouted, "Please, I want to go home, please." The guy next to me choked me, shouting that I needed to shut up. I tried to resist,
Oh my gosh.
and my eyes started to roll back in my head. He stopped, but it was taking a long time for me to catch my breath. I looked out the window and saw a checkpoint lane. For the first time in my life, I was so glad that the authorities had permission to check the van. But the guy next to me reached for a gun, a really big gun.
What is that? An ASMR?
Chance. I found the strength
Call of
to
Duty?
shout and cried out, "Officer, please help! They have a gun!" The 2 officers immediately grabbed their guns, one shooting at the tires, the other aiming for the man next to me. The officer shot him in the head.
Good.
I never thought I'd witness such a thing in my life.
What's wrong with them?
One of the officers carried me out of the van, and I passed out moments later. I woke up the next day in a hospital bed. My parents were there, crying and asking me what happened. I told them the truth, that I was buying a sweater online. But I suddenly snapped. I cried and cried, saying, "Please help, please help."
Oh,
Since
man.
then, I've had
They
to go
messed
to
her
a
up
psychiatrist
mentally.
to recover from mental instability and anxiety. And it should go without saying, but I never ever want to buy anything online, ever again.
Never. Good, man, because, ooh.
When I was
if it
7 or
ain't
8
from
years old, my parents used to take
Amazon,
me to this beach
don't
cafe
do
in
it.
our town. It had a pool, and the cafe was right next to the beach. The family that owned the cafe were my family's close friends, so I spent a lot of my childhood there.
Hey,
The best part about the beach is that when you passed the cafe and the playground, there was a lot of sand and a net for volleyball. As kids, my friends and I would always play there.
I mean,
One
I don't really
ordinary
paint the
summer
sand
night, there
that
was
much. I
quite a
don't
few
know.
of us playing in the sand, making castles and doing other things.
I guess my
All of a
sand
sudden,
ain't
I
good
heard a
enough.
noise behind me in the bushes, right where the sand ended. I should mention that there were woods around the whole place, but it wasn't deep or anything. I was a brave kid, so I just brushed it off as being a cat or animal of some sort, and continued to play. However, when I looked up at my friends who were now quiet
Ooh.
and staying still, I got the chills. I noticed that all of their eyes had widened. They were staring at me, or
Oh, hold
rather at
up,
whatever was
bro.
behind me. The shock kicked in.
Why he slipped
and I
like
felt
that
like I was
dude
going
from
to faint.
Recess, the dude with the glasses,
started
except he has
shaking.
hair and he doesn't.
I didn't even want to turn around. But when I felt something cold on the back of my neck, that was the last straw. I started running full speed towards the cafe filled with people, and my friends immediately followed behind me. There were 6 children crying and screaming at the top of our lungs. I remember finally clinging to my mom and crying in her arms. Soon after, the sound of sirens followed by police cars parked in front
Bro,
filled the
what's
air.
up with these old folks
When the
nowadays,
adults
bro?
talked to the
They be
police,
acting up
my
lately.
friends and I were confused. I still didn't know what was behind me, so I asked my oldest friend in the group, who was 10 years old and talking to his dad.
Okay.
It turns out there was this crazy old guy who robbed a lady and stabbed her to death not so far away from here.
Oh my gosh.
My friends told me he appeared behind me smiling like a sick clown. He was holding a knife and pressing it against the back of my neck.
Oh my
That must
gosh.
have been the cold thing I felt. From then on, I never stayed far away from the cafe when the sun went down.
Good.
And thankfully, they caught the guy.
Good. Crazy old. Ugh, man, get away from me. Creepy. Oh, now it's an old lady this time. Man, I swear, man, y'all old folks is. Y'all,
This happened a little over 20 years ago.
man.
I was 10 years old and my sister was 6.
Okay.
We grew up in a
20
small
years ago.
town,
God damn,
raised
you
alone
30?
by our hardworking mother.
Hey,
It started when
that's
school
not old.
was
Okay,
nearly
that's not
finished for the year. The nights were late because my sister was up all night crying about a witch. Anyway, my mother started receiving odd calls once in a while at work.
Hello?
I need one of your children.
Mom figures it was some stupid prank and ignored it. But then she started receiving calls daily. Eventually, she was receiving a call most nights at her home.
Oh my
She
Lord.
reported it to the police, and they said whoever was calling was using random payphones. There wasn't much they could do about it.
Oh man.
So she had both her work and home number changed. One
Good.
night around 10 or so, there was a frantic knock on her door. Mom looked out through the window and saw a lady with long hair in her 60s.
Ooh.
Not knowing her, Mom went near the locked door and asked what she wanted. The lady asked if she could come inside because she was in a car accident.
No.
Mom said she would call the police for her.
Yeah, I
and
called
told
the
me
police
to
for
wait
you. Yeah,
outside.
I got you. Just wait outside.
There was a pause.
No, don't call the cops.
Mom thought this was strange and started walking to the phone.
Yeah, call the
Immediately
police.
again, a banging on the door. Mom ran to the phone and looked out the window to see the lady staring at her.
Woo!
She coldly said,
Dorothy Margaret, I want one of your children. Dorothy Margaret, I want one of your children.
She kept repeating it until Mom noticed
Heck
lights of
no,
police
bro.
approaching, and she left. The police searched everywhere.
Man,
kept
hold
a
on. You
car
want one of my
outside
kids?
each
Hold on.
night for a week.
What you mean?
Nothing. A few weeks later, summer finally started and my sister wasn't having the nightmares anymore about the witch.
Good. That was
We were
creepy.
at one of my baseball games, and my mother was talking to a teacher at my sister's school and telling her what happened. And the teacher said,
Oh, it sounds like your stepmother.
Mom looked back confused and said she doesn't have a
I'm
stepmother.
gonna have a stepmother. What are you talking about?
The teacher's face turned white.
Do it.
A while ago, a lady in her 60s would come watch the children play at lunch. She said she was my mother's stepmom and liked to watch my sister at lunch. She reported it again to the police, and they checked camera footage. Sure enough, on a faraway park bench, there was an old lady most lunchtimes. They noticed she was always coming from the woods, so the police did a search and found an old shanty shack type of place.
Woo!
It had old blankets and a fire pit, and it had pictures she had drawn of us.
Oh my
That
lord.
was the last time we ever heard of her. When summer was ending, my sister started having the nightmares of the witch again. Mom asked why she was getting scared again, and she said,
Because she comes to school and watches us.
Oh my
the witch
lord.
was the old lady.
That is by far the most creepiest, scariest story I've ever heard, bro. Hey, don't get me wrong. The first one got me too, but bro, that third one, oh no, man, y'all old folks is going wild out here, man. Like y'all, heck nah. When she looked through the window though, oh my lord, I'm tearing up a little bit cause I got chills, man. I got chills, bro. What's up with these old folks, man? Why they out here, bro? Why they out here doing this, bro? Especially that old lady, bro. You ain't got nothing better else to do. You can't go to a foster home or something. Not foster home. You can't go to what them homes they call them? The senior citizen center or whatever or something like that. I don't know. But hey, man. Oh my gosh, yo, I'm telling you, try to come for my kids. What you mean? Wow, but anyway, that was just horrifying. I'm not gonna lie, that's just horrifying. I gotta make sure in the future when I get my kids and stuff like that, I'm gonna make sure I pay good attention to them, because I don't want them, like God forbid, I don't want them to go through something like that. You know what I'm saying? Something even crazier. I can't do it, man. I'll do anything for my kid. What? Try me. Anyway, guys, hope you guys enjoyed this reaction video. If you want to see the original video, put the link down in the description below. It's on my social media. It's Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and Snapchat. So go ahead and follow me. And have me on my Snap. Have a reaction request. Hit me up on my IG or Twitter, or comment down below of this video. Let me know what you want me to react to next, or if you have an idea of the next video. And yeah, dreams to be lit. I was lit and forever be lit. And remember, don't go to sleep and dream about your dreams. Get up and chase them. Simple as that. And until the next day video, Dizzy dream.